G'day viewers, welcome and Happy New Year. It's 2024. You've probably almost forgotten what I look like because it's been that long since I produced a video. It's been a busy couple of months in the lead up to Christmas and New Year's. So here's a bit of a catch up for you and a beer. Let's start with the beer. To start 2023 off, we have another beer from Balter. This is their Easy Hazy. Easy Hazy is a bit of a traditional stubby cooler for you. That one goes back a long way. Easy Hazy is a well-contained taste explosion. Sometimes you want an elevated experience without going into turbocharged madness, like keeping to the speed limit in a Ferrari or lavishing your taste buds with a medium spice Vindaloo. Our Easy Hazy is another option to tread that high wire balance. The new hop-driven release has been brewed to keep you sipping with full-flavoured yet easy-to-drink beer. Last year we experimented to try and come up with the perfect session beer, says our head brewer Scott Hargrave about the release. We started with a crowd favourite, Bunker Buster, don't think I've reviewed that one, at 4.5%, then Super Sipper at 4.2%, then Quaff Bomb at 4.2%, then Session Hazy at 4%. It was amazing seeing our community come on the ride with the beers. Easy Hazy lands right on the button of 4% with a juicy flavour profile that defies its ABV. The limited release comes in a 375ml tin and goes a little something like this. Why use a stick of dynamite when a party popper will do the trick? Easy Hazy brings the colour and spark while keeping things nicely chilled. Succulent US hops deliver lime, passion fruit and hints of coconut around a creamy rolled wheat base to balance the zesty bitter finish. Pull the ripcord on one without strain or stress. Your well-contained taste explosion. Alright, well let's give it a go after reading that massive amount of information. Happy Friday. Very fruity. Very cold. I got my beer fridge very cold, which is nice. I think this one was given to me by Stu. I can't remember. Passion fruit and hints of coconut. I got a feeling he didn't like it, and I'm not a big fan either. It's cold, and it's a hot day here in Tassie. It's 29 degrees here, which is extremely hot for Tasmania. Rest of Australia is balmy 30s, 40s, whatever. Look, I don't like it. I think I have had one other Balter before and it was quite nice, but the Hazy Pale Ale, Easy Hazy, it's hard to say. It's cold. Yeah, look, it's not for me. I don't mind a bit of fruitiness in beers, but you know, that's no, that's a 1 out of 5 spanners for me. Almost forgot what my scale was. 1 out of 5 spanners for me. It's cold, and it is beer, and it is a pale ale. So tick tick tick, but there's just too much fruitiness to it. It's just not right. Yeah, no. Sorry, can't recommend that one. Alright, let's see what's been happening in the shed. Firstly, let's talk about Natasha. Natasha's not well. Not for the reasons that we thought coming back from the Cape, but Natasha needs a new clutch. It was starting to show signs of needing a new clutch on the way to the Cape, which gave us a little bit of concern with all the four-wheel driving to do, but it held together and it was fine all the way home. It's only just probably a week, 2 weeks before Christmas, I was driving her into Bunnings. That's what she gets used for, the Bunnings hardware store run, and fourth gear just started slipping a little bit, and oh no. So anyway, it's probably at its full adjustment, and so not much I can do about that now. So it's going to need a new clutch early this year. Right, what else have we been doing? Well,
my poor old zero turn rod on, which doesn't look poor and old at the moment because I've actually cleaned it and I've cleaned it, but the big problem with it was, and I put a couple of still photos up here, was that back corner wheel actually ripped off, because these stupid pressed plate mower decks are really quite fragile. They're not very thick, even though this is a Dixon, which was bought by Husqvarna, and a good quality one at that, 54-inch deck, and big twin, hello Maverick, hello boy, twin V-twin motor, and it goes really well, but the deck has already had a couple of repairs. I bought it second hand, and you can see by some of the bird shit weld in there, I can't blame the previous owner all for that. Some of that was mine. It is incredibly hard to weld because it is so thin in spots. So what I had to do with this side was, and again I'll show you the previous photos here, was this had already had a patch put into it, and these wheels are just welded onto the steel, pressed steel, and it's less than an 1/8 inch thick. So I've replaced this bit here and re-welded this is with 1/8 inch plate, which is much heavier than original, and so that's one done. Welded up a couple of cracks. There is some rust that has to be. I'm going to cut this out and weld in new plate here. Welded up a crack there in the idler pulley, and another rust spot to weld up there. Plus there's a few holes, very thin around here now, and in fact that is so thin there I may have to cut this leg off and do the same with this side because it's got big holes in it. The front's not too bad, been repaired a couple of times. It's just getting really thin, and I don't think I can get a replacement deck for it, which is a real shame because it's a bloody good mower. It does the job really well. So that's one project. The other project, well, it's not really a project, update I guess, on the digger. I snapped the auger. It's made of Chinesium, and that's bad because that's snapped in the actual hydraulic auger. I've gone back to the bloke I purchased off, or the company I purchased off, and asked them for parts. I'm happy to fix it if they can provide me with parts. So far, no word back from them yet. So that pile of shock absorbers on the ground there, that tells another story, as does those original shock absorbers. The 200 series got some work done in the lead up to going away for Christmas, because we bought a van. We bought a caravan quite a long time ago. It's been taken this long, well, no, that's not quite true. It's taken a few months to actually build, and we delayed it a little bit because we wanted to coincide it with Christmas so we could go and visit family and kids, grandkids. And so, yeah, we did some work to the truck, and I put some photos up here about what I did. Put a new front bar on, which is a Russian-made alloy bar. It has a steel winch cradle inside it. It did have a really flash grill for it, but unfortunately the grill doesn't work with the radar cruise control. So I'm still working on that. I had to put the original grill back on, which in my opinion doesn't look anywhere near as good, doesn't look as tough or as different, but anyway, functional. And as I mentioned, I swapped out the suspension. I've put in some TJM XJS, XJS 2-inch lift all round, although the front isn't very lifted. It's only probably about an inch higher than normal. That's what those new shocks over there for. They're my Dobinson MRR remote res shocks, so they're going on. This is the other grill that I'm working on to work out how to make the radar detector work. The radar detector. That's a throwback to an old time. We used to have radar detectors in Australia, but they're long since banned now. Yeah, so replaced that, and got to upgrade the suspension a bit more soon. So, but this is what we picked up at Christmas time. Hello, wife. Hello, wife. Hello, wife. She's ignoring me. Picked up our new van. This is a Design RV made in Australia. It's called a Striker 161X. It's a single axle, full off-road caravan. So wherever the 200 series will go, this will also go. There's a lovely big pull-out awning in here. It's very luxurious inside. It's a lovely big fridge, which is open at the moment because obviously we defrosted it when we got home. There's air conditioning. There's a caravan dust prevention system. Has a queen size bed, although a little bit short. Has a telly, which is actually there at the moment. It normally mounts up to there on the wall. Good cupboard space all around for a small van. Has a cooker. Oh, we are on a bit of a lean here, so that's why that's not standing up. There's 3 gas and 1 electric plates and a grill, but not an oven. It's okay because we've got the baby Weber. Has a giant fridge freezer and it has a microwave. And I'll just get past the fridge. And it has a lovely ensuite bathroom. It's a little bit narrow. It has a separate toilet, which my son made sure that we got today. And has a good size shower. And won't open because the doors are open. Has a good size shower. You always put the head down when you travel. And has exhaust fans as well. Little sink. As you can see, it's pretty narrow. Like I'll stand in here and you can see my boots. You wouldn't want to be big in here because you just wouldn't fit. Anyway, that's the inside. Has independent suspension and mud terrain tyres. Really good ground clearance all around. Tracy picked the colour scheme, which we are very happy with. There's the suspension and water tanks, etc. It's got 2 giant water tanks and a grey water tank. And shameless plug for my son's business. And yeah, very happy with it. Big front boot here, goes all the way through underneath the bed, and I've got this covered. This is a toolbox and twin. I'll put a still up here of that. LPG tanks, etc. there. So it's the Striker finally sitting in its carport that we built for it. Lots of room. Really good. We're very happy with it. Tows really nicely. It's very comfortable. Just a little bit short in the bed. That was the only problem with it. Alright, well that's it for this first Frybat and video for the year. Just a little bit of an update for you all, and guess I've got to finish this. Cold. It's nice and cold. And hopefully some more videos coming out soon, although Boss is on to me about working on the house, and the Reno videos aren't that popular, but I'll probably do some updating and that sort of stuff as I go. And I know a lot of you are hanging out for more car vids and things like that. Well, I'll definitely do Natasha's clutch at some stage, and I'll video that. I didn't video the welding repair to the mower deck. I didn't think anyone was real interested in that. Plus my welding, I'm going to blame the thinness of the mower deck. It's bloody hard to weld, and I don't view it as I'm certainly no expert welder. It's I don't like doing tutorial type videos where I'm not exactly a tutor in those subjects. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope things are good with you where you are in the world, and hopefully some more content coming soon. Happy New Year.